For 2 days, science and social studies teachers of local schools were engrossed in lessons on the lifestyles of the fauna or animals of the Turks and Caicos. It was called the Teachers Environmental Education Workshop. Day 1 was an indoor session, but on day 2, the teachers took a field trip of a most intriguing kind. Teachers were loaded into motorboats and carted off to Little Water Key, a protected environment of the Turks and Caicos for rock iguanas.
What are the three components of habitat? Food, shelter, water, and area to reproduce, right.
You can see the tables were definitely turned as these educators, who originally hail from all over the region, got loads of information from Lee Pani from the San Diego Zoo.
Well, a lot of people don't know that these rock iguanas are unique. They're the only, this is the Turks and Caicos rock iguana. It is not called the Mexican rock iguana. This is only found in the Turks and Caicos. And that's something that people don't understand here, and they don't realize how special it is.
Pani has been studying the rock iguanas of the TCI since 2000, working to help us save the population of the species, which he says is in a critical state thanks chiefly to, of all things, cats.
They are what's called critically endangered, which is the highest level of endangerment that exists by the World Conservation Union. Although this is the largest population of rock iguanas in the Caribbean, somewhere between around 50,000 possibly, they are critically endangered because their population is under threat. They only survive on 40 offshore keys. I just have a quick map. If I show you that they used to survive on all the major islands in the Turks and Caicos, but now only survive on a few of them, such as Little Water Key, where we have here, and a big population center in Big Ambergris and on Little Ambergris.
Teachers heard that this species is surviving in only 5% of the islands nowadays, and that there are vigorous efforts to keep their predators at bay. After the lesson, there was the tour, and these images show that the educators from schools all over the country were like little children, thrilled at the experience. There was the iguana house, the iguana food, the iguanas cooling out, scurrying away, the males with spikes, and the females. It was hot, but the teachers persevered.
It's a phenomenal experience. The past 2 days has been great. We learned a lot of things about animals in their natural habitat and why it's important to preserve these animals for the future. When you get first-hand knowledge, it's always better so that you can relate. From my experience here, I'm telling you, I'm overwhelmed just to be here, just to see the iguanas and what they're like. It's my first time actually seeing an iguana anyhow, and I know I can relate a lot of things to my students.
This was the second year that the Turks and Caicos National Trust hosted the Teachers Environmental Education Workshop.